Everyone, and welcome to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network, coming to you live from the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center on the campus of Bellevue University. We bring you men's action in the basketball season. North Star Athletic Association as the home team Bellevue University Bruins take on the visiting Mayville State University Comets. Good evening, everyone. Mick Krupski here, back behind the microphone for our men's contest. We just got done with the women's contest. Mayville State in a battle of two of the three teams tied on top of the conference lead. On the women's side of action, the Mayville State Comets came away with a 77-67 victory over the home team Bruins. Mayville State women now 9-1 in conference. Bellevue women now 8-2 in conference. Each of them has 4 games remaining in the regular season before tournament action. Time now to turn our attention to the men's side of things, as the home team Bruins are 14-9 overall, 6-3 in the North Star Athletic Association, in a 3-way tie with Viterbo and Dickinson State for second place, behind the conference team leading Mayville State Comets. The Comets are 17-5 overall, 7-2 in the North Star. The Comets lost a couple of games last weekend. Prior to that, they were perfect in conference play, so that kind of brought them closer to the pack. Mayville State 7-2, Bellevue, Viterbo, and Dickinson State all 6-3. Valley City at 5-4, Dakota State at 4-5, Waldorf at 2-7, and Presentation 0-9. That's the North Star Athletic Association as it stands coming into tonight's action. For the Bellevue Bruins, the Bruins averaging 71 points per game on the season while allowing 66, so that's a +5 for the Bruins. Field goal percentage, Bellevue shoots 48% from the floor, 37% from three-point land, and 70% from the free throw line. The guys that make things happen for the Bellevue Bruins, the leading scorers, there's a trio of double-digit scorers on the season, led by Paulo Araujo, who is the leading scorer, second leading scorer in the North Star Athletic Association, averaging 16 points per game. Vinny Belcaster averages 11.4, Taylor Pomeroy at 10.5, and just under the double-digit mark, Kanami Maggard at 9.7. The Bruins' leading rebounder, Justin Motley, pulls down about 7 rebounds per game. Kanami Maggard at 5.1s. Vinny Belcaster, the leader in dishing out assists. He has 70 on the season. Tonight's opponent, the Mayville State Comets out of Mayville, North Dakota. The Comets, a high-scoring team. They average 96 points per game while allowing 75, so that's a +21 for the Comets. Offense, definitely a strength of this team. They shoot 54% from the floor, 36% from behind the arc, and 71% from the free throw line. So some outstanding stats for the Comets. They are led by Thomas Gieske, 15.3 points per game. Jamison Kramer averages an even dozen. Sebastian Griffin averages 11.2, and Trent Blackshear at 11.1. The 4 double-digit scores for the Comets. On the boards, Thomas Gieske also leads in that category with 7 boards per game. Sebastian Griffin pulls down to about 6 rebounds per game, and Griffin also the leading assist guy, 74 assists on the season for him. As you look down on the floor, you can see the face of Brutus the Bruin smiling up at you as both teams on their pregame warm-ups getting ready for this one. The Bellevue Bruins leads the all-time series between these two schools, 11 games to 8, but it's become a very good rivalry over the course of the 7 years that both of these teams have been members of the North Star Athletic Association. An exciting first matchup this season earlier in January 14th to be exact, in Mayville. An overtime game, Mayville State coming away with an 83-82 victory in that one. All right, we're just about ready to get started. I'd like to remind all of our Bellevue fans that once again, We invite you to send along your text messages tonight. And hey, Mayville State fans, you can do that too. There is one caveat, however, tonight. I forgot to charge my phone this morning. I've got less than 10% power, so I'm only going to check it a couple of times when we have some extended timeouts during the course of the game. If you would like to send along your greetings, my number is 402-515-7654. I'll give that to you a couple of times during the game, but I won't get to it as often as I usually do to try to save what little power is left on my phone. Here we go with the starting lineups.
Number 3, Juan Carlos Donawaya. At 4 is 6'5" sophomore from Adelaide, Australia. Number 10, Dane Mitchell. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Adelaide, Australia as well. Number 12, Sebastian Griffin. At another guard, a 6'3" senior from Sargell, Minnesota. Number 23, Thomas Gieske. And at 4, the big man, 6'6" junior from Marion, North Dakota. Number 35, Jason Kramer. Comets are coached by head coach Brandon Magruder. In his first season, he's assisted by Stephen Markday. Here's the starting lineup for your Bellevue University Bruins. They enter today's game with an overall record of 14-9. They are 6-3 in NCAA play. Starting a guard, a 6'3" junior from Portland, Oregon, number 3, Taylor Pomeroy. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 3, Vinny Belcaster. At another guard, a 6'3" senior from Santa Ana, California, number 4, Paulo Araujo. Another guard, a 6'3" senior from Folsom, California, number 5, Martise Johnson. And the big man in the middle, 6'10" senior from Cleveland, Ohio, number 10, Justin Motley. Bruins are coached by head coach Lucas Gabriel in his 4th season, assisted by Nate Geiser.
All right, thanks once again to public address announcer Ray Quinn for our starting lineups. Let's give them to you one more time for the visiting Mayville State Comets. It'll be Juan Carlos Kanahuate, Tane Mitchell, Sebastian Griffin, Thomas Gieske, and Jamison Kramer, the starting 5 for head coach Brandon Magruder. For Bellevue head coach Lucas Gabriel, the starting 5, Taylor Pomeroy, Vinny Belcaster, Paulo Araujo, Martise Johnson, and Justin Motley. Let's get underway. The Bruins in the white uniforms with gold trim. The visiting Comets in royal blue with white trim. Here we go. The Bruins again do not contest the opening jump, and we are underway. First possession goes to the Mayville Comets. J.C. Kanahuate with the basketball across the way to Thomas Gieske. Keep your eye on Gieske, the league scorer and rebounder. He's got the basketball again right now at the top of the key. The leave behind for Tane Mitchell. Bruins double team down low. Quick pass, shot off the mark, and the rebound goes to Taylor Pomeroy after the opening miss on the opening possession for the Comets. The Bruins with the first chance to get on the scoreboard. Here's Martise Johnson coming around the top of the key. The leave behind for Paulo Araujo. Paulo turns the corner, top of the key, the lead for Vinny Belcaster. Happy birthday to Vinny Belcaster. That was actually yesterday, but belated happy birthdays, 23 years old. Vinny on the drive, the kick out pass. Taylor Pomeroy, the look for 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, it'll be Mayville State basketball. So both teams come up empty on their opening possessions. Little backcourt pressure applied by Martise Johnson as Kanahuate brings it across the timeline. Back in his hands now over to Gieske. On the near side, it's Sebastian Griffin with the basketball. Over to Tane Mitchell. Every Comet has touched the basketball in either the first or second time down the floor, or sometimes both. Kanahuate guarded by Justin Motley out on the exterior, kept alive on the play by Jamison Kramer. Shot clock down to 7, drive down the near side of the lane. Now the reversal, left-handed shot off the glass, up and in. Sebastian Griffin, the sophomore from Adelaide, Australia, gets the first points of tonight's game in this battle for the top spot of the conference. Mayville State number 1, Bellevue in a 3-way tie for number 2. So a Bruin victory would move them up and take a tie for the top spot. Pass inside, broken up inside by Mitchell. On the run come the Comets. Kanahuate on the leave behind for Mitchell. Here's Gieske in the corner, nothing doing there. And the Comets will watch a 3-point shot by Tane Mitchell go off the mark. Pomeroy with his second rebound. Taylor will bring the ball up the floor. Here's Vinny Belcaster, the Chicago native. His mom and dad are in the house tonight. Here's Martise Johnson. Martise with a nice move to clear some space in Bankin Hall. The southpaw shooter, the first basket for the Bruins. We're tied at 2. Had a nice visit with Martise after the game last Saturday. He came up for our player of the game. Bruins applying strong man-to-man pressure in the half court. With the basketball is Mitchell, driving in the lane, working with the left hand, trying to bounce in against Belcaster. Motley comes over to help. Justin knocks it away. And we've got a foul going to be called against Tane Mitchell as he was double teamed by Belcaster and Motley. First team foul, first foul of the game. Backcourt pressure applied by the Comets. Belcaster working one-on-one against Sebastian Griffin. Vinny gets it across the timeline on the pass ahead to Paulo Araujo. Entry pass to Justin Motley. Justin goes up and under. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Nice pass by Araujo to make that happen. Motley stays with it, trying to use the rim shielding against the defender. He'll get 2 free throws here as the foul goes against Jamison Kramer.
And Justin Motley.
Motley at the free throw line, a 67% free throw shooter. Bellevue as a team, 70% from the stripe. First free throw is good. The Bruins with their first lead of the night, 3-2. Motley, the senior out of Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight is a pink out night. You may notice a lot of extra pink in the stands. Bruins showing their support for the fight against breast cancer. And tomorrow afternoon is senior day. Justin Motley, one of those guys, will be honored tomorrow afternoon. Makes both free throws. The Bruins on top, 4-2. Canahuate with the basketball. Santiago, Dominican Republic. Paulo Araujo had his hands on it. Now Taylor Pomeroy as the Bruins get the steal. Ahead to Araujo. Paulo trying to work inside. Splits defenders. Paulo with a nifty move down the left side of the lane. Bruins up by 4. Out front, Tane Mitchell with the basketball. Tane Mitchell and Sebastian Griffin, both from Adelaide, Australia. A couple of guys from down under. That's the last time I'll use down under. The open path to the lane, Thomas Gieske with his first basket of the night. Gieske, the leading scorer, 15.3 points per game. His first of the night. Araujo kicks back out to Martise Johnson. Martise drives into the lane, then kicks back out. Bruins very comfortable using a lot of the shot clock on most possessions. Now down to single digits at 6 seconds. Belcaster into the lane. The shot off the glass and in. Vinny Belcaster with a nice finger roll off the board and in. Bruins back up on top by 4. Here's Mitchell. Bounce pass inside to Gieske, off his hands. And out of bounds it'll stay.
Right there.
Mayville basketball as we get 6 new players into the game. For the Bruins, it'll be Christian Carter, Raydell Groby,
and number 23, Kanami
Maggard, and Raphael Allen.
Number 5, Winder Joseph.
Trent Blackshear checks into the game for Mayville State. Ball in his hands right over across the Bruins side of the floor. Here's Winder Joseph, who checked in during that last stoppage as well. Winder pulls up from behind the free throw line. Shot no good. Kanami Maggard picks up his first rebound of the night. Maggard averaging over 5 boards per game. Raphael Allen with the basketball. Left-handed drive into the middle. Gives it off for Groby. Bounce pass inside to Kanami Maggard. Stripped away. Good hands inside by Sebastian Griffin on the steal. Gieske on the baseline drive. Double team there. Nice pass inside. Gieske on the assist. The quick release shot by Trent Blackshear. 2-point ball game at 8-6. A fast-moving start to tonight's contest. Here's Groby trying to turn the corner. Now Taylor Pomeroy. Now Christian Carter. Again, the Bruins running time off the clock. Now they'll begin their offense in earnest. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pomeroy has it stolen away. Quick hands by Winder Joseph. Winder Joseph down the lane. He'll get the assist on the leave behind for Trent Blackshear. We're tied at 8. So a couple of turnovers against the Bruins lead to points for the Comets. Braden Groby across the top to Taylor Pomeroy, goes off his hands out of bounds, so another turnover against the Bruins. That will not make Coach Lucas Gabriel very happy. 4 turnovers already in the first 6 minutes of the game against the Comets. Comets have not turned it over at all. Excuse me, they've turned it over once. Joseph from West Palm Beach, Florida, inside to Thomas Gieske, uses his head a little bit to clear off some space, but short on the shot. Taylor Pomeroy with a rebound and a foul in the backcourt. That'll go against Trent Blackshear. First personal foul, 3rd team foul against Mayville State.
And for the Comets for the first time, number 24,
Jacques Safra into the game, first time for Mayville State. From Zurich, Switzerland. And Jacques was the guy I talked to before the game to get pronunciations for his teammates, so tip of the cap to him. He came all the way from Switzerland to help me with pronunciations. Thank you. Bounce pass inside. It'll stay Bellevue basketball as it's knocked out of bounds by Safra. Substitutions for the game. 3 of the starters back in. Number 3, 4, and 5 in your programs. Belcaster, Araujo, and Johnson. I like numbers. Bruins with 12 seconds on the shot clock on this possession, trying to break the tie. Martise Johnson into Vinny Belcaster. Nicely executed for the assist and basket. And the Bruins back out on top. We've had a couple of lead changes already. Winder Joseph a little bit out of control, but smart enough to bounce that one off the body of Kanami Maggard. It'll stay Mayville possession. Braden Groby back in for the Bellevue Bruins. Danilo Da Silva in for the Comets. Head fake by Joseph, gets the defender flying. Kanami Maggard able to knock it out of play. Head coach Lucas Gabriel strolling the Bellevue sidelines. His assistant Nate Geiser behind him as well. 4th year as the head coach and assistant coach for the Bruins. Brandon Magruder, first season for Mayville State. The shot off the mark on the attempt by Da Silva. Araujo with the board. The Bruins trying to extend their current 2-point lead. Araujo dribbles left side, goes tackle to the floor. No foul called. Kanami Maggard picks it up, but misses, and the board cleared away by Colby Dillenbeck. Fast and furious action. Both teams trying to push the ball at the floor if they can. Then settling into the half course if they can't. One-on-one situation. The turnaround jump shot misses everything on the attempt by Colby Dillenbeck. That draws some comments from the Bellevue fans about air ball. Here's Martise left side. Leave behind for Maggard. Kanami in traffic working against Dillenbeck. They're going to say an offensive foul against Kanami Maggard, trying to use his shoulders to clear some space. That's his first team foul for the Bruins. Raphael Allen checks back in. Justin Motley as well for the Bruins. As both coaches trying to keep fresh horses in the race here in the early going. 12-12 remaining in the first half of action. Pass down low in traffic. Nice work inside to find some room for Danilo Da Silva. And a 30-second timeout requested by head coach Brandon Magruder. Magruder in his first year at the helm. Stephen Barker, his assistant coach. 10-10 our score with just under 12 minutes remaining in the first half. The Bruins and Comets battling for the first and second spots in conference play. As I mentioned in the outset, Bellevue with an 11-8 win victory margin in the all-time series between these two schools. The last time they met went to overtime, a 1-point victory at home for Mayville State back on January 14th. quickly back to the action. 4 points by Belcaster leads the Bruins. 4 points by Blackshear leads the Comets. Backcourt pressure. Raphael Allen gets it in off of Vinny Belcaster. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Mayville basketball. So the turnover, now 6 in the game against the Bruins, as Mayville State tries to take advantage here on that Bellevue miscue. Araujo goes for the steal, comes up empty. The jump shot rattled home by Trent Blackshear, the junior out of San Jose, California, now with 6 points to lead his team. And again, just a sloppy pass. Raphael Allen trying to get it to Vinny Belcaster, but led him too far. So the Bruins with some uncharacteristic sloppy play in the early going here, trailing by 2 at 12-10. Here's Blackshear with the basketball. Pull around jump shot from near the free throw line, short on that one. Araujo picks up the ball for his 3rd rebound of the game. That leads that category along with Pomeroy for the Bruins. Paulo trying to turn the corner. Belcaster, the lead behind for Motley. Justin double team. That's going to draw a foul. Trent Blackshear had a firm hold on his right arm. So Justin will go back to the free throw line. He was 2 for 2 from there just a few minutes ago. A chance for the Bruins big man out of Cleveland, Ohio to double his total so far. In the first meeting up in Mayville, Paulo Araujo and Vinny Belcaster at 22 points apiece for the Bruins. Thomas Gieske, however, led all scorers with 26 points on his home court that night. Off the mark on the first attempt for Motley. Second one is good. 3 out of 4 for Justin from the stripe. Braden Groby in the backcourt providing a little defensive pressure as Winder Joseph brings the ball up the floor. Switch off on the screen. Joseph, a long 3-point attempt, no good. Belcaster pulls down the rebound and he'll bring the ball up the floor. Groby turns the corner in traffic, double team, gets the ball back to kick out to Martise Johnson. Shot clock continues to run. Halfway through, Bruins still with plenty of time. Motley comes up for the high pick. Araujo drives down the lane, has it knocked, and it'll stay Bellevue basketball. Last touch by Winder Joseph on the steal attempt. Kanami Megard and Christian Carter back in for Bellevue. Vinny Belcaster will trigger it in on the inbounds pass. Referee's asking for a little extra room across the way as Bellevue fans sitting in the lower bleachers getting a little excited across the way. Bellevue has plans for a new gymnasium. They had the official groundbreaking this fall. Kanami Megard on the slam off the inbounds pass from Vinny Belcaster. That brings the Bruin fans to their feet. Winder Joseph quickly down the lane. He leaves a nice assist for Kobe Dillenbeck for the basket. Comets back to a 1-point lead. It's been a back and forth first half for these two teams. Bruins again on their 3-guard weave. Neither team has led by more than 4 points. Christian Carter from the right corner. Christian knocks that down for the 3-pointer. The Bruins are up by 2. Drive down the right side by De Silva, cut off by the Bruins defense. Back to the top of the key from Mayville. Here's a left side pull-up jump shot off the glass and in. Trent Blackshear with 8 points in the first 10-plus minutes of the game. We'll have a media timeout at our next stoppage of play. Here's Paulo Araujo on the drive into the lane. Paulo draws attention, but he finds the way open down the right side for the basket. 18-16, Bruins on top in the battle for the ball. Christian Carter will draw the foul. He was trying to tussle with Blackshear to gain possession of that pass. First personal. Timeout on the floor with 9:32 remaining in the first half. It's the Bellevue Bruins 18 and the Mayville State Comets 16. All right, trying to get my phone to open back up again. We invite you to send along a text message My phone's running on fumes as I was an idiot and forgot to charge it this morning. My text message number is 402-515-7654. Let me know who you are, where you are, who you're rooting, any other knowledgeable basketball things you want me to send along. Yeah, I was waiting for the phone, the little hamster on a treadmill trying to power up my phone. Let's take a look at some stats. Bellevue shooting 78% for the game, 7 of 9 on their field goal attempts. So when they put them up, they're going in most of the time. Mayville State, 44%. The category that's really hurting the Bruins is the turnover category. 7 turnovers for Bellevue to only 1 of Mayville State. On the rebounding battle, Bellevue also winning that one 9-3. 18-6 is our score right now. Timeout concluded. Sorry I didn't get my phone charged up quickly enough. We'll get to it here when we get some time. Again, that text message number if you want to join us tonight, 402-515-7654. Final home weekend in the regular conference season for the Bruins. Today against Mayville State, tomorrow against Presentation College. Top of the key with the basketball. Entry pass on the outside from Winder Joseph trying to get it inside of Colby Dillenbeck. They weren't quite on the same connections, and so it's out of bounds. Juan Carlos Canahuate back into the game. Santiago, Dominican Republic. Mayville State roster from all over the United States and several international destinations as well. We've already talked about Australia and Dominican Republic. A drive by Taylor Pomeroy down the lane.
And
foul going to be called there against Jacques Safra from Switzerland. So 3 Australians, 1 from Switzerland and 1 from the Dominican Republic. In addition to Minnesota, North Dakota, Florida, Texas, California, and I think that's it. Here's Taylor Pomeroy at the free throw line for 2 shots. Off the mark with the first one, a normally very good free throw shooter, 88% on the season. Misses the first one. Bruins with a 2-point lead. Let's see if Pomeroy can make it 3 here. And it swoops around and off the backboard and down once again. A timeout on the floor called by the Bellevue Bruins. It's Bellevue 19, Mayville State 16 with 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half of action. All right, let's get to these text messages here before my phone dies. This is Sashin Yamashita rooting for Paulo Araujo and the Bruins. Go Bellevue. Thanks for joining us tonight, Sashin. I hope I got that name correctly. Gieske is a beast. Love from Alexandria, Minnesota. Glad you're with us tonight on the Bruin Sports Network from the land of 10,000 lakes. Go Vinny and the Bruins. Uncle Jay, Auntie Lori, and Cousin Faith rooting you on. And one more before the timeout concludes. The Groby Grands are cheering for our Bruins. Love number 22, Raiden Groby's family, listening in from across the river in Iowa. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Mayville State with the possession, trying to look for a cutter through the nade. Nothing available, so back to the top of the key to Canahuate. Drive in the lane, off the glass and in. Nice left-handed move by Colby Dillenbeck, the 6'7 sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Bruins ahead by 1 point. Here's Paulo Araujo. Paulo, the second leading scorer in the North Star Athletic Association. Martise Johnson against the double team. Feeds it inside to Kanami Maggard. A nice athletic play. Moving to his left and shooting with his right. Kanami Maggard with a couple of baskets in the first half tonight, including that one jam and now that nice athletic play. Inside once again to Dillenbeck. Back-to-back buckets by Dillenbeck. Closely contested first half all the way from the start to here at the 8-minute mark. Neither team led by more than 4 points. Bellevue had that at 8-4. Paulo Araujo has it slammed out of bounds. Paulo goes to the floor. I don't think a foul was called. It was clean on the block out of his hand, but body contact by Dylan Beck. No foul calls. Bellevue will have a possession. Substitutions. Yep. The Bellevue Bruins will call a timeout instead. That's their second of the game. They'll have 4 remaining with 7:48 remaining in the first half. It's a 21-20 lead for the home team. All right, and I apologize. I think my phone has run out of juice. Like I said, I'm a knucklehead. I'm an idiot. I forgot to charge it this morning, so we won't be doing our text messages tonight. Save them for tomorrow afternoon when the Bruins host Presentation College. So right now, 21-20 our score. 3 guys with 4 points, Araujo, Maggard, and Belcaster leading the charge for the Bruins. Blackshear with 8, Dylan Beck with 6, the top 2 scorers for Mayville State. In our first game today on the women's side, it was Mayville State 77, Bellevue University 67. The Bruins built a 23-point deficit at halftime, came back to within 8 points to get close, but couldn't quite get close enough. And the Comets with a 10-point lead in the women's game today. Entry pass to Raphael Allen, who's checked back into the game after that timeout. Here's Vinny Belcaster from the top of the key, no good. But Justin Motley with the rebound. The Bruins reset. Fresh 20 seconds on the second chance clock. Motley comes out for the high screen. Belcaster drives around. Kick out pass. A little wild that time, trying to get it to Pomeroy, but it winds up in the Comet bench. So again, 8 turnovers in the first 12.5 minutes of the game. Lucas Gabriel kind of shaking his head across the way after that last miscue. Mayville back to work, a chance to take the lead. Dylan Beck, top of the key. Over to this near side to Griffin. Into the lane to Gieske, to Dylan Beck, cutting through. Pretty good move by the 6'7" sophomore for the basket. It's been the Kobe Dylan Beck show the last couple of times down for the Comets. Bellevue back to work on offense, trailing by 1. Here's Groby out to Belcaster. Avoca, Iowa to Chicago, Illinois on that pass. Now Cleveland, Ohio comes up from the screen. Belcaster to the corner. An open look for Groby. A little bit off the mark. Rebound brought down by Sebastian Griffin. Ahead on the pace by Kanahuate. Inside look, Dylan Beck able to put it in. Nice entry pass on the assist to get it to Dylan Beck. I think he's got the last 3, possibly 4 baskets for Mayville State as they take a 3-point lead. The drive to the basket by Justin Motley as he brings the Bruins back to within 1 point. Kanahuate back to the top of the key, man on the floor in the battle between Dylan Beck and Motley. Justin will pick up his first personal foul. 3rd team foul against the Bruins. Motley with a little bit more height. Dylan Beck with a little bit more girth. Pull-up jump shot by Kanahuate. Misses everything. Vinny Belcaster picks it up. And again, the Bellevue crowd, the sarcastic airball chant. Nice feed inside from Belcaster to Motley. Justin is fouled going to the hole. That'll be called against Thomas Gieske. That's his first personal, but now 6 team fouls against the Comets. 1 more, and the Bruins will be shooting 1-1. Here's a 2-shot situation, the 3rd time tonight that Justin Motley has been to the line for 2 free throws. Justin adjusts his right knee brace, gets a big deep breath. Justin with 5 points so far, still with 5 points.
In the game for the Comets, number 35, Kramer, number 11, Carter.
Jamison Kramer back into the game. Carter in for the home squad. That one on the mark. So Justin, 4 out of 6 from the free throw line and 1 basket. Kramer with the basketball now to give to to Griffin, back to Kanahuate. Pass down lane, a size advantage inside there for Mitchell working against Taylor Pomeroy. And Taylor will draw the foul. That'll be the 4th team foul against Bellevue. Taylor's first. So inbounds play upcoming for the blue-clad Mayville State Comets. Mayville, North Dakota, kind of the east-central part of the state. About a 7-hour drive or so between these two schools. Drive in the lane by Griffin. Again, Pomeroy on defense, holds his ground and makes the shot go errant. Here's Christian Carter coming up the right side of the floor. Works behind Motley. Pomeroy. Now Allen. Raphael, newcomer to the Bellevue program, able to protect the basketball. Here's Pomeroy in his 2nd year. Down to Motley, who's in his 3rd. Top of the key, Carter. With 10 seconds left, Bellevue will set it up once again. Christian looking for a pass over the top. Groby has to sky high to get that one. Down to Motley. 2 seconds. Justin with the shot. No good. Good defense by the Comets that time to deny the Bruins an easy look. Here's Gieske into the lane against Carter. Christian holding his ground. Gieske trying to bump and grind down low. Off the mark on the shot. Good defense by Carter on the play. Motley pulls down the board. The Bruins head back to the offensive side. We're tied at 24. 4.5 minutes remain. Groby gets around one defender. Now feeds Motley inside. Again, the battle between the big men. Justin misses the first shot. Battling against Kramer on the inside. A fresh 20 for Bellevue. Here's the look from Pomeroy. Taylor knocks that one down from distance. The Bruins' 2nd three-pointer of the night comes off the hand of Justin Motley, or excuse me, Taylor Pomeroy. Here's Gieske back to the top of the key to Mitchell. He'll give it to J.C. Kanahuate. Kanahuate down the right side, denied by Pomeroy. A little layup in the lane, a little runner, no good, off the miss by Kramer. And the Bruins a chance to extend their 3-point lead. And Pomeroy will be called for the traveling. Makes the 3, but shuffled his feet after catching the basketball. And Taylor goes on me. Kanami Maggard checking back into the Bellevue lineup. Paulo Araujo as well. Martise Johnson back on the floor. 3:39 remaining in the half. Bruins with a 3-point lead. Work by Thomas Gieske down the right side of the baseline. Used that height advantage. The senior out of Sartell, Minnesota with the basket. Gieske, a first-team conference all-team player last year at the North Star. Araujo spins around his defender, leaves it for Pomeroy. Taylor into the lane, puts a little shot up, a little short, gets the rebound, puts it back and good. Taylor Pomeroy with the persistent effort there to get the basket. Back to a 3-point lead. We're under 3 minutes to play before our halftime break. Dribble drive left side by Silva. Kick out pass to Kanahuate, who'll knock that one down. Juan Carlos Kanahuate. His first basket of the evening. We're tied at 29. Either team able to kick away more than a couple of points. That foul's going to call against J.C. Kanahuate. First personal foul, 7th team foul, so a 1-and-1 situation for Paulo Araujo as Groby and Belcaster check back in. Paulo's been named the Conference Player of the Week on November 21st and January 9th and January 16th, so 3 times makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Second half of the 1-and-1 upcoming. Deja vu. 2-point lead for the Bruins. Winder Joseph checked back into the game. He has the basketball right now over by the Bruin bench. Leaves it for Gieske. Gieske, a very physical player going against Vinny Belcaster, and has the bank shot for the basket. Gieske now with 6 points. Nearing the 2-minute mark. Araujo, the three-pointer, off the back of the rim, no good. Tracked down by Gieske in the corner. Comets trying to move the ball quickly ahead. The dribble drive by Safra, the left-handed shot, they say no good. Offensive foul against Jacques Safra. That'll be his second personal foul, 8 team fouls. Offensive fouls, not a shooting foul. Back in comes Danilo da Silva from Redlands, California. California, the home state for a whole host of Bellevue players. (31-31) up on the scoreboard. Justin Motley working one-on-one against Jamison Kramer. The kick-out pass. Good ball movement by the Bruins. Belcaster back to Martise on the drive. Nice head fake by Martise. His shot just a little bit too short on the rim. Joseph comes out of the pack with the basketball. He'll put up a shot. That's no good. Raiden Groby muscles the rebound for the Bruins, and Bellevue on the run. 2-on-2 break. Araujo, contact made. Whistle blows from the outside. 2 shots upcoming for Paulo as he winds up on the seat of his pants. First personal foul against Sebastian Griffin. 9th team foul, so a 2-shot foul here for Paulo as he was in the act of shooting. First one is good. Araujo now with 7 points. That's the leading number for the Bruins. Motley and Pomeroy with 6 points apiece. That one doesn't get the roll. The rebound cleared by Jamison Kramer. Contact made on the penetration by Gieske, short, and the rebound goes to Belcaster. Good defense by Justin Motley on the play. Paulo thought about the long three-pointer. Instead, the pass to Belcaster. Vinny, his body going a couple of different directions on the drive, however, short on the shot. Mayville stayed on the run, ahead to the corner. Bobbled by Da Silva momentarily. The pass to the corner, fingertip save by Griffin. He'll drive in the lane, jump stop, in traffic, left-handed shot short, tipping around, and the rebound brought down by Griffin. Gieske off the mark from range. Motley with the board for the Bellevue Bruins. 30 seconds remaining. There's about a 4-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. The Bruins will probably run it down pretty low to deny Mayville State much of a chance to get off final shot. Araujo. Shot clock now down to 10. Tipped away. Gieske comes away with the interception. I think it was Winder Joseph who got the initial tip. No good on the fast break, and foul made with 5 seconds remaining. As Jamison Kramer goes to the floor. Winder Joseph on a nice setup there for Thomas Gieske, but he couldn't get it to go down on the offensive rebound collected by Kramer. Foul called against Vinny Belcaster as he was trying to bridge on the rebound. Vinny's first, team 5th, so not a free throw shooting situation. Shot up, shot short. Gieske right before the buzzer, off the mark. There is the buzzer, and the Bellevue Bruins with a 32-31 lead at halftime over the Mayville State Comets. There was a whistle right at the end, but it looks like there's going to be no call on the play, and that's how it will stand at halftime. 32 for the Bruins, 31 for the Comets. Keep it right here on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network as we look at some first half statistics in this battle for first place in the North Star. For the Comets, 42% shooting from the floor, 17% from behind the arc. No free throws for the Comets in today's first half of the action. Leading the way for Mayville State, Colby Dillenbach with 10 points. Trent Blackshear with 8. 6 points for Thomas Gieske. 3 for J.C. Kanahuate. 2 points for Sebastian Griffin. And 2 points for Danilo De Silva. That's the scoring for the visiting Mayville State Comets. For the Bellevue Bruins, 50% shooting from the field, 33% from behind the three-point line, and 67% on 8 of 12 from the free throw line. For the Bellevue Bruins, leading the way, Paulo Araujo with 7 points, Taylor Pomeroy and Justin Motley with 6 points apiece, 4 points for Vinny Belcaster and Kanami Maggard, 3 points for Christian Carter, and 2 for Martise Johnson. That's the total for the Bellevue Bruins. The other stats that jump out, the Bellevue Bruins with 10 turnovers to only 3 for Mayville State. That's a significant fact in giving the Comets an opportunity to put points on the board. Rebounding category, the Bellevue Bruins lead that 21-12. Justin Motley with 6 rebounds leads that category for the Bruins. Nobody with more than 3 rebounds, that's Thomas Gieske for Mayville State. Again, I apologize, my phone has died, so I won't be able to read any more text messages. Like I said, I'm a knucklehead, just forgot to charge it this morning, and so I apologize for that. Thank you for everybody who was sending them in until now. So we're going to take our halftime break as we look down on the floor. Bellevue students have a little special halftime activity to keep them excited in the contest. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll have an opportunity to see more basketball. Keep it right here on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. We are in our halftime break, and our score, the Bellevue Bruins 32, the Mayville State University Comets 31. It was a one-point game, the first time these two teams met this year back on January 14th in Mayville. The Comets coming away with an 83-82 victory in overtime there. The Bruins with a one-point advantage here in tonight's action. The Bellevue Bruins will finish up this final regular season homestand with a game tomorrow afternoon, a 5 o'clock tip-off against Presentation College Saints. That'll be senior day, as the senior members of the Bellevue Bruins squad will be recognized along with their families for their contributions to Bellevue basketball. That will include Paulo Araujo, Martise Johnson, Justin Motley, and Jerome Bynum. I believe, not sure Jerome has been redshirting this year. I don't know if he'll be part of that or not, but at least the aforementioned guys will be recognized in ceremonies between the two games, the women's and main game tomorrow. 3 o'clock tip-off for the women, 5 o'clock tip for the men in tomorrow's action against Presentation College. After tonight's contest, Mayville State will head up and take on tomorrow afternoon the Dakota State Trojans in Madison, South Dakota. So these weekend series are either all on the road or at home. The Bruins with their final home action on the season. The Bruins may return to host the opening round game of the conference tournament. That will take place on February 21st. That's yet to be determined, but the Bruins have a pretty good chance of being a host in the opening round before the tournament concludes in Watertown, South Dakota on February 25th and 26th, with the winner of the conference tournament advancing to the NAIA National Tournament opening round. Just about ready to start things off for the second half of action. Again, I apologize for being such an idiot not getting my phone charged, so it's dead. So if you've been trying to send a text message to me, I'll be able to read it tomorrow when I have it charged up, but I apologize for that. Only one person in double digits through the first half. That is Colby Dillenbeck with 10 points. He's the leading scorer for the Comets. The leading scorer for the Bruins, Paulo Araujo, with 7. So a low-scoring game at 32-31, below the average for both teams. Bellevue is the set of the open, averaging 71 points per game. Mayville State in scoring explosion, averaging 96 points per game. Bellevue shooting 42%, Bellevue shooting 50%, 42% the shooting for Mayville. Looking down on the floor, the Bruins will have the opening possession. Starting 5 in the second half will be Vinny Belcaster, Martise Johnson, Justin Motley, Taylor Pomeroy, and Paulo Araujo hiding down in that far corner as we wait Mayville State coming on the floor. Here come the Comets, led by their leading scorer and rebounder, Thomas Gieske, along with Jamison Kramer, Juan Carlos Canahuate, Tane Mitchell, and Sebastian Griffin. So the same starting 5 that opened tonight's game, back on the floor for the start of the second half. Here we go, another 20 minutes on the score clock. Bruins with the possession. Here's Vinny Belcaster, top of the key. Martise Johnson. Now Taylor Pomeroy. Shot clock down to 10. Johnson trying to turn the corner in the lane. Martise draws the double team. Goes up with the left hand. Short on the shot. The loose ball corralled by Jamison Kramer. Canahuate at the top of the key in the face of Brutus the Bruin. Comets back into his hands now once again. Working the right side of the lane. Here's Tane Mitchell. He'll give it off to fellow Aussie Sebastian Griffin. Griffin trying to work the right side. Martise Johnson on the switch. Fadeaway shot, no good. Motley picked up the rebound. That's 7 on the night for Justin. Motley, number 4 in the conference in rebounding, averaging just under 7 rebounds per game. That's the mark he's at right now. Paulo penetrates, jump stop, kick to the corner. Belcaster for 3. Vinny won't get the roll on that one. The rebound brought down by Kramer. We're still stuck on that same score that we started this half with, 32 to 31. Drive in the lane by Gieske. Just gets enough of the ball in the rim to make it count. Thomas Gieske with the first basket of the second half. And the Comets regain the lead. It's been a back and forth first half. I don't have the number of lead changes, but there have been a bunch. Here's Pomeroy, right side. Off the glass, too high off the glass. J.C. Kanahuate comes away with the rebound, flashing down the right side. 2 minutes have gone by. One basket in that time. Here's Gieske working against Pomeroy. Shot no good. Inside, however, the offensive rebound. The putback by Kramer. Short on that. Justin Motley with the defensive rebound. Lucas Gabriel shouts out instructions on the offensive play he wants his team to run. Bruins again with the guard weave outside the top of the three-point line. The entry pass on the bounce to Justin Motley. One-on-one inside, a battle of two number 10s. That's going to be an offensive foul against Justin Motley as Tane Mitchell held his ground. Second personal against Justin. First team foul of the half against Bellevue as Raphael Allen checks back in. Raphael, the junior from Atlanta, Georgia, one of the new players on the Bruin roster this year. Bellevue with players from Oregon, Illinois, California, Ohio, Georgia, Iowa, Arkansas, Arizona, and Nebraska. Kanahuate has his path to the basket denied by Motley. On the switch, a couple of mismatches inside. The drive inside, persistence on the drive left side by Sebastian Griffin for the bucket. Griffin and Mitchell, both from Adelaide, Australia, both of them sophomores. Taylor Pomeroy pulls up, shoots for three, and knocks it down. Taylor Pomeroy with another three-pointer, his second of the night. 9 points for Taylor, the 6'3 junior out of Portland, Oregon. 35-35 our score. Again, the largest lead of the game so far has been 4 points by the Bruins. Drive to the basket, high off the glass. Nice move by Sebastian Griffin for the bucket. Comets back up by 2 points. First-year head coach Brandon Magruder leads the way for Mayville State. That shot off the mark, however, by Araujo. Scrapes the front of the rim and down. Griffin brings it ahead to Gieske. Shot in the lane, a short little jumper. And now a 4-point lead for the Comets. That becomes their largest lead of the evening. Raphael Allen with the basketball. Here's Taylor Pomeroy. Decides to go back the other way and give it to Vinny Belcaster. Halfway through the shot clock. Belcaster left side, cut off there inside by Kramer. Quick release, Vinny with the bucket. Belcaster with 6 points for the Bruins. 3 of 6 shooting from the field. Quickly ahead come the Comets. Baseline drive is cut off by Araujo on the attempt by Mitchell. From the outside, 3-point shot off the mark, but another offensive rebound. And that's going to be a foul against Raphael Allen on the drive to the basket by Sebastian Griffin. Mitchell with the offensive board. And 2 free throws upcoming here for Sebastian Griffin. Foul is called against Raphael Allen, his first personal, second team foul. First free throw off the mark. That's the first free throw shot by the Comets tonight.
Number 5,
Winder Joseph back in.
Number 11, Carter. Number 22, Groby. Number 20.
Braden Groby back in as well. As now the players fill the lanes in the free throw area for the second attempt by Griffin. Griffin averages 11 points per game. He was the freshman of the year in the North Star Athletic Association last year. Christian Carter doing the work, bringing the ball up the floor. Now Raiden Groby, the attempted pass to Kanami Maggard. Kanami knocked off his mark on the play, and a foul will be called. Let's see which of the Comets will draw it. It'll go against Colby Dillenbeck. Now they're going to say it goes against Tane Mitchell because Dillenbeck's not in the game. Second personal against Mitchell. Subs come in.
His second team first.
Entry play, Belcaster feeds it into Carter. Now Johnson. Araujo on the drive, left side, contact made. That's going to be an offensive foul against Paulo Araujo. Contact made, probably not as much as was demonstrated by Gieske on that play. However, he'll get the call. First personal against Paulo, now the third team foul against Bellevue. Lucas Gabriel again trying to plead the case to the official about that last play. Now the next official that walks by and gets the same scenario. Here's Winder Joseph with the basketball. Ahead to Mitchell. That's going to be a traveling violation. One too many steps by Sebastian Griffin. Fourth turnover of the game against Mayville State. Bellevue with 12. Been a little bit better handling the ball than they were during parts of that first half. Here's Groby into the lane. He'll pull it back out to Belcaster. And that pass saved by Paulo Araujo. Paulo thought about the three, pulls it back, working against Gieske. Belcaster will take the three. It won't go down. However, the rebound to Sebastian Griffin. Quickly ahead go the Comets. Araujo gets it knocked away temporarily from Gieske. Took a job by Grody defending on the baseline. Raiden Grody caused the turnover. And the Bruins on the run. Here's Raiden right side in traffic, loses the handle. Kanami Maggard kick it back out. Araujo, Groby. Raiden on the drive to pull up off the glass and in. Nice penetration by Raiden Groby, the freshman out of Avoca, Iowa, for the basket. First basket of the night for Raiden. With the basketball, Trent Blackshear, and a foul will be called. That'll go against Raiden Groby. His first personal foul, fourth team foul. The Bruins adding up quite a few fouls in the first 6+ minutes of this second half. Into the lane, but the pass from Sebastian Griffin to Thomas Gieske, a little bit too hot to handle. It goes into the crowd, so the turnover gives it back to the Bruins. Swiss native Jacques Safra back into the game for Mayville State. Paulo keeps the ball away after trying to penetrate inside. That one's knocked out of bounds by Safra. Bruins will hold possession with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Into the game for Mayville State, somebody without a uniform. There we go. He's got his uniform on just underneath it. That was Danilo Da Silva. Chris Carter in for the Bruins. Had a nice visit with assistant coach Nate Geiser's dad. Family came up from Oklahoma for the weekend series here. A lot of parents on hand as well for tonight's game and tomorrow's senior day. Vinny Belcaster high off the glass and gets it to go. Vinny Belcaster, the runner with the right hand, 8 points for Vinny. Winder Joseph finds the lane. Kanami Maggard with the stuff coming across the other side of the floor. Maggard with the big play on defense. Belcaster runs it down the floor for the basket. Back-to-back buckets by Belcaster down the right side of the lane. 12:45 remaining in the game. The Bruins get the lead back by 3. Safra, the traveling violation. Timeout on the floor called by Mayville State. They want a full one. Our score, Bellevue 43, Mayville 40 with 12:40 remaining in tonight's contest. The battle between the number 1 team, Mayville State in conference, and the team tied for 2, the Bellevue Bruins. All right, at this point in the season, we look back to the preseason, the coaches poll. In the coaches poll this year, Bellevue was projected to be the number 1 team, Mayville State number 2, Viterbo number 3, Valley City number 4, and then the other 4 teams beyond that. The way it is right now with 5 games remaining, including this one, Mayville is number 1. Bellevue, Viterbo, and Dickinson State in a 3-way tie for 2. And Valley City then in 5th place. So still a lot of basketball to be played in the regular season. As I said, 5 games, including this one. 1 more here at home tomorrow, and then 3 on the road for the Bruins. Bellevue will take on Presentation College tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And then on the road next Friday at Valley City State, next Saturday at Dickinson State, and the final game in Madison, South Dakota on February 16th against Dakota State. That'll wrap up the regular season. The conference tournament begins on February 21st with games at campus sites, and then the semifinals and finals on February 25th and 26th in Watertown, South Dakota. Watertown has been the host for the semifinals and finals. I believe this is the 4th year, maybe 5th, for the North Star Athletic Association. Bellevue basketball. Mayville State trying to extend their defense out a little bit further to disrupt the Bruins' dribble game. Taylor Pomeroy from right in front of the Bellevue bench. Pomeroy knocks down his 3rd tray of the night. 12 points for Taylor. Excuse me, make that 9 points. I gave him one too many on that. Off the mark on the shot in the lane from Blackshear. The Bruins with a 6-point lead. That's their largest of the night. Pomeroy dribble penetration off the glass and in. Back-to-back buckets by Pomeroy, the Oregon native, who started the year on the sick list basically, but he's been a force for the Bruins ever since coming back. A foul call on the drive to the lane. Pomeroy now in his 14th game of the season. The Bruins have played 23 in total. Foul called against Araujo, his 2nd on the drive to the basket. An inbounds play coming up for the Comets. Winder Joseph will be the trigger man. Safra makes himself available near the Comet bench. Reversal to this near side. Back into the hands of Joseph once again. Pass in the middle, bounce pass inside. Nice assist for Trent Blackshear on the basket made by Colby Dillenbeck. Dillenbeck now with 12 points. He leads the Comets. Here's Pomeroy, top of the key. Christian Carter was standing on the sideline, so the turnover against the Bruins on the play. Bellevue has done a good job in this second half of handling the basketball until that point. Back in come Justin Motley and Raiden Groby, Raphael Allen as well. Pomeroy will stay in and Carter will stay in for the Bruins. Nearing the 11-minute mark remaining in the game. Safra to the top of the key to Blackshear. Bounce pass inside, quick release, left-handed shot, no good. Ball loose on the floor, it's a rugby scrum. Referee's trying to sort the players out as tempers getting a little bit short. And the officials are going to want to talk about it. They're going to send all the players back to the bench as the 3 officials going to try to sort out the situation of this last play. Is it a jump ball? Is it a foul? Is there something beyond a personal foul? So the 3 men in striped shirts in deep conversation right now. Conversation continues as the fans relax a little bit in this intensely fought matchup. 48-42 our score with 10:49 remaining. And they'll head to the bench and we'll try to listen in as Ray Quinn will make the announcement. One official talking to Brandon Magruder. Another official.
So we got 2 fouls on the play with the Comets.
So Danilo Da Silva will pick up a foul on the play.
And team at 6. Excuse me, team at 3rd. Also a technical foul on number 14, Dylan Beck. The Comets as well, his first.
So a personal against Da Silva and a technical against Colby Dillenbeck.
On those two players.
So the Bruins will get a couple of free throws here. Taylor Pomeroy will shoot those after the technical against Dillenbeck. So for Dillenbeck, the second foul for him. Taylor Pomeroy, free throw off the mark. He'll get another one here. Second one is short, so the Bruins not able to capitalize on that, except they will have the basketball back.
And it will be Bruins ball.
So a 6-point lead for the Bruins. That's their largest lead of the evening. And it looks like the Comets will apply some backcourt pressure. Christian Carter trying to work himself free into the corner, trying to avoid the double team. Gets it ahead to Raiden Groby. Groby has it stripped by Winder Joseph coming up from behind. Comets trying to force it down the floor, nothing available. Safra pull-up jump shot over the arm of Justin Motley, and Jacques Safra will get the basket. Again, backcourt pressure hampering the Bruins. Again, Christian Carter in the double team. He'll request a timeout, but it's a jump ball instead of the timeout. So again, back-to-back pressures by Mayville State lead to a turnover and a jump ball, and the possession arrow points to Mayville State. Substitutions back in for the Bruins, as Mayville State successful on their defensive efforts the last 2 times the Bruins had possession. The gap now 4 points between the two teams. Martise Johnson gets the steal for the Bruins. Martise ahead, the shot no good. And the ball touched the support pole on the follow-up. So it'll be Mayville State basketball. So the Bruins with a couple of opportunities that got away from them to increase their lead over the last couple of plays. Here's Safra working against Belcaster. The give for Da Silva, trying to work that left side. Nice pass inside to the big man Kramer. His shot no good. Motley with the rebound. Justin now with 9 boards on the game. Entry pass to Justin Motley, but a foul's going to be called against Justin, trying to work against a double team.
Number 10, Motley hits third.
It's a physical game out there today. Justin called for his 3rd personal foul. That's the 6th team foul against the Bruins, so Mayville State will be shooting 1-1 on the next team foul. Entry pass picked up by Winder Joseph. He'll bring it up. Trying to back in, the fadeaway jump shot is good. A soft touch by Trent Blackshear. Blackshear now with 10 points. Most of them coming in the first half. Here's Paulo Araujo. Entry pass to Justin Motley, working against Jamison Kramer. Justin, nice soft touch off the glass with the right hand. Justin now with 8 points. 8 points, 9 rebounds. Kramer gives it off top of the key to Da Silva. Da Silva drives right side, leaves it behind for Safra. He'll drive, puts it up with the left hand, blocked by Justin Motley. The follow by Kramer, no good. Justin now in double digits with rebounds. Belcaster lost the ball temporarily, gets it back. Lucas Gabriel wants Bellevue to reload the offense, reset the offense. Here's Belcaster working off the high screen by Motley. His pass intercepted by Blackshear. Ahead to Safra, and the basket makes it a 2-point game. Safra with 4 points, making back-to-back baskets for Mayville State. Intensity level really ratcheted up on this one. battling for the top spot in the North Star Athletic Association. Martise Johnson works into the lane. Martise tries to drive the defender off the glass with the left hand. Martise with the basket. His 4th points of the game. Blackshear into the lane. That's going to be a foul on the floor going against Raiden Groby. Kanami Maggard checks back into the game. Taylor Pomeroy as well for the Bruins.
Pomeroy shooting. It's Blackshear. 1 and 1.
Paulo Araujo now leaves as well. Had to tie his shoe. He'll head over. One and one situation here for the Comets. Trent Blackshear. Blackshear from San Jose, California misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Raiden Groby with the rebound. Vinny Belcaster working his way out of the double team. Gets it ahead to Taylor Pomeroy. Mayville State ratcheting up the defensive pressure over the last several minutes. Bruins trying to stay calm, work their offensive flow. Again, Winder Joseph extending the defense way out to the 5-second line. Belcaster penetrates. Winder Joseph will be called for the foul on the drive to the basket. Will they say shooting or not shooting? Blocking on the floor, so no free throws. It'll be Bellevue on the inbounds play. Carter and Araujo back in after a quick break. Top of the key to Christian Carter. The Bruins will reset. Still 15 seconds on the shot clock. Maggard with the screen. Belcaster doesn't work off that. Maggard comes up once again for the screen. Vinny goes the other way to Paulo Araujo. Araujo challenge. Shot clock at 1. Just before the buzzer they say no. Shot clock violation. Didn't get the shot off in time. Taylor Pomeroy back in for the Bruins. 17th turnover of the game against Bellevue to 9 for Mayville State. But Bellevue with a 6 rebound advantage, 28-22 in total rebounds. Drive into the lane to pull up, turn around, no good on the attempt by Blackshear. Bellevue comes away with the basketball, 6:42. Vinny Belcaster, 3-point attempt. That one's off the mark. Martise Johnson tracks it down for the rebound. Martise, 3rd rebound of the day. Belcaster, finger roll, a little bit too strong. Loose ball on the floor. Winder Joseph comes away with it. Quickly ahead to Kramer, keeps it alive. 3-point shot on its way from De Silva. That's no good. Pomeroy with the rebound, and the Bruins head the other way as we near 6 minutes remaining. Bruins have maintained a 4-point cushion over the last couple of minutes. Maybe more? Yes, indeed. Taylor Pomeroy with his 4th 3-pointer of the night. And the Bruins extend the lead to 7 points at 55-48. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Timeout on the floor. The Bellevue Bruins, their largest lead of the evening. Head coach Lucas Gabriel and assistant Nate Geiser in conversation prior to Coach Gabriel going into the huddle to talk to his team. Bellevue shooting 56% in this half, 53% for the game. Mayville State shooting 40% for this half, 41% in total. So the Bruins with that shooting advantage and the lead in the contest. Bellevue has made 5 3-pointers in tonight's game. Mayville State only 1 out of 8. Bellevue 5 out of 13 from beyond the arc. Mayville State with an advantage on the bench points, 28-9 over against the Bruins. And an advantage with points in the paint, 42-30. But where it counts, the Bruins on top, 55-48 in that point scored category. Bellevue with 4 timeouts remaining, 3 for Mayville State, as we head toward crunch time. Juan Carlos Canahuate brings it across the timeline. Thomas Gieske back into the game, working against Martise Johnson inside, backing him down, and a little soft floater in the lane from about 6 or 7 feet. Lead cut to 5 at 55-50. Pomeroy. Open look for Paulo, passes it up, kicks it back out. Martise Johnson with the three-point look. That's no good. Kramer clears the rebound. Quick turnaround shot inside by Blackshear. That's no good. Pomeroy with the rebound. Justin Motley with the screen. The bounce pass inside by Carter. Araujo has it blocked but also fouled. That's going to go against Thomas Gieske, his second foul. 5th team foul, so 2 free throws upcoming for Apollo. Araujo on the night, 7 points, 2 out of 5 from the floor. 0 for 2 from behind the arc, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. Add one more.
Griffin stepping back in for the comeback.
Back in Sebastian Griffin for Mayville State. Off the mark with the second. Tracked down to the corner by Blackshear. And the one-man pressure of Martise Johnson forces Canahuate to go to his left. On the switch, Canahuate picked up by Justin Motley. Doesn't get the shot off as he strolls through the lane. Here's Jamison Kramer. Kick out pass, Canahuate back to Kramer. 3-point look for the post player. That one's off the mark. Ball on the floor. Paulo Araujo comes away with it. Then has his pocket picked from behind. And then Araujo gets it away, but a great athletic play inside by Blackshear to get it over to Gieske for the bucket. Kind of a series of rugby scrums on that last play as the ball kept falling out of people's hands because of the defensive efforts of the other teams. 4-point lead for the Bruins as we near the 4-minute mark. Matching the number on Paulo Araujo's jersey. Shot clock to 5. Taylor Pomeroy loses the handle, stolen away by Blackshear. Great athletic play, but that's going to be an over and back violation. Great effort by the Comets, but they were already in the front court. As the ball had come to the back, that's a turnover to the Bruins. Bellevue basketball, the side out play right over by head coach Lucas Gabriel. The man in black tonight with a pink tie. On this day where the Bruins recognize and support the effort in the fight against breast cancer. Taylor Pomeroy from the corner. Actually, we'll call that a pass to Vinny Belcastro. Didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock continues to run down. Belcastro into the lane. A foul's going to be called on somebody. Grabbing on to the Chicago native. That'll be the 6th team foul on the Comets. So still, they say 2 shots as Vinny was in the act of shooting. Foul goes against Canahuate, his second. Bellevue will shoot free throws. Mayville State will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Belcastro now with 11 points after that free throw, his first free throw attempt of the night. And that one gets the friendly bounce. A 6-point lead for the home squad. Canahuate quickly up the floor, left side. Now Mayville State will settle into its offense. Here's the drive, left side by Griffin. Bruins deny. Kick out pass. Kramer again from distance. This time he knocks it down. Jamison Kramer with a 3-pointer. The lead is cut to 3. Kramer came out of that limping somewhat. Now holds his right ankle. Looks like he's going to be able to continue on, however, may be a little bit hindered. Bounce pass inside. Justin Motley on the bucket off the assist from Martise Johnson. Quickly ahead, the pass goes out of bounds as Jamison Kramer wasn't looking for it. So the turnover at the 2:55 mark gives Bellevue another opportunity. Brandon Magruder trying to calm his team down. Magruder has 3 timeouts in his pocket. Lucas Gabriel and the Bruins have 4. Bellevue will run some time here. Shot clock halfway through. Belcaster back to Taylor Pomeroy. The pass too wide for Taylor to handle. And the turnover gives the ball back to Mayville State. Go back-to-back turnovers, 1 for each team. Shortens the game, doesn't change the score. Here's Kanahuate to Kramer. Bruins on the man-to-man pressure. Entry pass to Thomas Gieske. Martise Johnson tries to get over there to help. Martise goes down hard. He'll be called for the foul. Martise gets up, looks like he's okay. Just kind of embarrassed, I think, that he got caught in the air like that. So Thomas Gieske will be at the free throw line. He'll get 2 free throws here at the 2:18 mark as Vinny Belcaster and Paulo Araujo become custodians and mop the sweat up off the floor down on the east end of the gym. Both teams working very hard all night. It's been a fast-paced game. And now the cleaning duties are done. Must be some fun comments going on as several of the players and the officials are a little wry smiles on their face. Here's Gieske at the line. First free throw is good. Gieske, a 70% free throw shooter on the season as part of his 15.3 points per game effort. Christian Carter back in for Bellevue and Tane Mitchell back in for Mayville. That one is also good. So the lead cut to 3 once again, and the Bruins are going to face some backcourt pressure. Now, Mayville State pretty much drops back to make it a one-on-one situation across the timeline with a couple seconds to spare as Belcaster. That's okay. It fits the Bruins' game plan to try to run time off the clock most times down the floor. They're doing that again here. Shot clock now down to 10. Belcaster turns the corner, drives, kick out pass, an open look for Christian Carter. Off the mark. Bodies flying on the rebound attempt. No fouls called as Mayville State comes up the left side. Kanahuate leaves it behind a three-point look. Three-point made by Sebastian Griffin. We are tied at 60. 1:39 remaining. Timeout on the floor called by the Bruins. A tie game courtesy of that last three-pointer by Mayville State. Only the third made three-pointer for the Comets tonight. Bellevue with 5. 1:39 remaining as the wheels turn. The coaches think and relay their messages.
During free throws, thank you.
Oh, a nice sized crowd on hand for tonight's contest. Again, the final home weekend in the regular season for the Bellevue Bruins. Presentation College will be here tomorrow afternoon. Women's game at 3, men's game at 5. And then the remaining 3 games on the road for the Bruins before starting tournament play on February 21st. The Bruins are likely to host a first-round game as part of the North Star Tournament. That'll be on February 21st, and then the semifinals and championship February 25th and 26th in Watertown, South Dakota. Bellevue basketball, a little over a minute and a half left to play. These two teams went into overtime the first trip. They met up in Mayville, North Dakota earlier this season, about 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago to be exact. Here's Christian Carter trying to look for the entry pass to Justin Motley. A battle of number 10s. Justin Motley wins that in the battle against Tay Mitchell. Over the top for the bucket. Justin in double digits. A double-double for the Bruins senior out of Cleveland tonight. A drive down the lane. The shot up and in with the left hand by Sebastian Griffin. We're tied again at 62. 1 minute remaining. Belcaster walks the ball up the floor. Into the hands of Paulo Araujo. Again into Justin Motley. Motley with a quick turn off the board. Justin Motley with a couple of big moves on the last 2 trips for the Bruins. A 2-point lead for the home squad. Here's Thomas Gieske with the basketball. Now the give for Mitchell. Mitchell working inside. Keeps his pivot foot. Kicks it back to the top. Shot clock down to 12. Drive down the right side. Bounce pass inside. Gieske with the basket off the assist from Griffin. And we're tied at 64. Timeout on the floor requested by Mayville State. Martise Johnson back in for the Bruins at the timeout with 25 seconds remaining. We're now tied at 64. We were tied at 60, then 62, now 64. Coming right down to what it was up in Mayville earlier this year. The final on that one was 83-82. This one's going to be lower scoring, but just as exciting. A quick look at the stats. Taylor Pomeroy with 17. Justin Motley with 14. Vinny Belcaster with 12. 3 double-digit Bellevue scorers. For Mayville State, they have 4. Gieske with 18. 12 apiece for Griffin and Dillenbeck, and 10 for Blacksher. On the game, Bellevue shooting 52%. Mayville State shooting 45%. Mayville State has gotten off 64 shots compared to 46 for Bellevue. That's why the discrepancy in shooting percentage has still kept this a tie game. Bellevue 24 for 46, 29 for 64 from Mayville. .4 seconds to be exact as Bellevue will inbounds the basketball, have to go the length of the court. And again, backcourt pressure. Belcaster makes himself available for the pass, and now the Comets will fall back on defense. Shot clock turned off. Bruins holding for what they hope will be the final shot of the game. 10 seconds to go. 7 seconds. Vinny Belcaster dribbling right side off the glass. Short battle for the rebound. Mayville State takes it away. Ahead to half court. They will not get a shot off. And for the second time this season, these two teams will go into overtime. 64-64 our score. Get ready for a 5-minute overtime period. Belcaster had a pretty good look. We've seen him make that shot going down the right side, but just a little bit short off the glass. We'll send this into overtime. So, of course, this is the game where I forget to charge my phone. We'd have text messages coming in left and right. Again, I apologize for that. I'll make sure it's charged for tomorrow's game against Presentation College. Should be a nice crowd on hand tomorrow, as it will be senior day for both the women's and men's program. Some of the seniors will be honored for a second time. Some were honored last year as seniors and then came back for one more year thanks to the COVID eligibility rule. All right, let's get ready for 5 more minutes of basketball action. Yeah, you didn't have anything else to do tonight, right? We'll start it off with a jump ball. Let's see if the Bruins will contest this one. They normally don't at the start of the game, but Kramer against Motley. The Bruins control the basketball. Justin Motley uses his 6'10" frame to get up, and the Bruins will be the first to have an opportunity to add to the totals. Belcaster looks for an opening. We'll give it to Paulo Araujo. He'll shoot for 3. Oh, no good. Justin Motley had his hand on it, but then lost his footing, slipping down, helped up by Juan Carlos Canahuate. And again, we'll have a little quick timeout for some mop and towel action. A pretty cold day today here in the Bellevue, Omaha area. Temperature only got to the mid-20s. I think it's about 20 degrees right now. We're looking for better weather this weekend with temperatures in the 40s to near 50. So the heater has been on full blast today. The guys perspiring, giving it their all. As now Mayville State will have an opportunity to break the tie. Canahuate across the timeline. Here now Blackshear. Running plays similar to what the Bruins do with that perimeter weave. Gieske trying to work inside, knocked away by Araujo. Gieske gets it back, and there, a blocking foul is going to be called against Paulo Araujo. Looked like Gieske led in with the shoulder and head. Lucas Gabriel not happy with that call from across the way on the Bruins side. So a 1-and-1 situation here for Thomas Gieske. Back in for the Comets comes Tane Mitchell. Blackshear to the bench. So not in the act of shooting, and again, a little towel duty now on this east end of the floor. I started to say earlier in the game, the Bellevue Bruins broke ground or had an honorary groundbreaking back in the fall for a new athletic facility, including a brand new gym and other training facilities. Haven't turned any real dirt yet. As Taylor Pomeroy checks back in, they hope to do that this spring. They say it'll take about 18 months to complete it. So next year may be the final year here in the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center. The free throw is up and in. Comets with a 1-point lead. Gieske will get another free throw. 19 points for him, so he's above his season average. And again, Gieske had 26 points the first time these two teams met. He'll be the leading scorer for the Comets most likely here in this one again today. Taylor Pomeroy with the basketball. Leave behind for Justin Motley. Martese Johnson into the lane. Martese kick out. Ball movement. Pomeroy three-point attempt. Off the back of the rim. No good. The rebound by Mitchell. A 2-point lead for the Comets. They'll try to add to their lead, this time down once again. Mayville will most likely not be in any hurry. They'll want to try to get the best shot they can. Again, down to Gieske, their leading scorer. Paulo Araujo playing defense. Justin Motley comes over to help on the double team. Kick back out. Canahuate, three-point look. Deadens off the back of the rim and flops into the hoop. Timeout on the floor after that one. Mayville Comet bench explodes. It wasn't the prettiest of shots, but it worked for 3 points for Juan Carlos Canahuate. 3:23 remaining in overtime. The Bruins down by 5. Canahuate with 6 points on the game, both of them from behind the arc. That one a huge one, so it makes it still a 2-possession game. So the Bruins, the imperative to put some points on the board, this time down the floor. Comets with 4 3-pointers, Bellevue with 5. So both teams shooting below their average from 3-point distance. 3:23. The starting 5 on the floor for the Bruins right now. Here's Belcaster. He'll bring it across as the Bruins try to get into their offense, get a good shot here, get points on the board. Bounce pass inside to Belcaster. Kramer comes over to defend, but not until Vinny banks it home for the basket. So the Bruins got what they needed, points on the board that trip down. Timeout on the floor. The Bruins have 2 timeouts remaining. Mayville State still has 4 in their pockets. So now a 3-point game, and here the Bruins need to rely upon their defense. 30-second timeout, so the quick one. We'll be right back out onto the floor. And we want to invite you to stick around for our post-game show. Head coach Lucas Gabriel and one of the Bellevue players will be coming on up to our broadcast position. We'll visit with them and then talk a little bit about the Presentation College game tomorrow afternoon. Pomeroy, Belcastre, and Motley. 3 double-digit scores for the Bruins. Griffin, Blackshear, Gieske, and Dillenbeck. 4 double-digit scores for Mayville State. Both teams have been in man-to-man defense the entire game, working his way down into the lane. Puts the shot up, no good. Good defense by Paulo Araujo, contesting this shot by Sebastian Griffin. And now the Bruins, who trail by 3. Don't need a 3 this time down, but nice to get some points. Belcastre on the drive. He's fouled. He'll head to the free throw line as Jamison Kramer tried to defend on the play. That's his second personal, so 2 Belcastre free throws coming up here. Vinny with 14 points.
Shooting will be Belcastre. Shooting 2.
Vinny now 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Can pull his team to within 1. Two dribbles, the shot, and points on the board. A 1-point ball game. Mayville with the first 5 points in overtime. Now Bruins with 4 consecutive. Kanahuate with the basketball, directing traffic from Mayville State. Gives it off to Thomas Gieske. He'll leave it for Griffin. Griffin driving left side. Jump stop in the lane. To the corner to Gieske. Belcastre on defense, using his body to try to keep Gieske away. Gieske works his way to an easy shot inside. And it's a 3-point game again with 2:05 remaining. Pomeroy has 4 3-pointers. Again, Bruins need points, not necessarily a 3. Motley comes up for the high screen. Belcastre switches to the right hand. His shot off the mark as Kanahuate comes away with the rebound. Gieske against Araujo. Justin Motley thought about the block. Instead, Gieske comes away with the basketball, and the foul will be called as he crashes to the floor. Gieske with a couple of big plays in this overtime period to keep things happening for his team. Foul's going to go against Justin Motley, his 4th.
Foul goes against the Bruins, number 10, Motley.
10 team fouls against Bellevue, so the double bonus, 2 free throws for Gieske. Gieske is 4 for 4 from the line tonight, part of his 22-point effort. Short on that one. Back in comes Tane Mitchell. .138 remaining in the contest. Bellevue fans making some noise. Short once again. Paulo Araujo comes away with the rebound. Oh, opportunity lost for the Comets. Bellevue trying to take advantage here. Martise Johnson, bounce pass inside to Justin Motley. Justin, no good, but a foul's called. 2 shots upcoming. As Justin again trying to work the around the hoop, let the hoop be a helper against the defender. Kramer picks up his 3rd. So Justin, big free throws here. Justin 4 for 6 from the free throw line. All of those coming in the first half. 14 points so far for the big guy from Cleveland, Ohio. Motley in his 3rd year at the program for the Bruins. Won't go down on the first one.
It'll be number 21, Blackshear for the Comets.
Justin, the North Star Defensive Player of the Year last year, being called upon here to at least hit this 2nd free throw. And he does. A 2-point ball game at 71-69, 122. Bruins pull back into the half court. Griffin to Blackshear. Look for Mayville State to try to run some time off the clock. Halfway through the 30-second shot clock. We are now at the 1-minute mark. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drive into the lane. Good defense by Rajo, denied. Blackshear double team to the corner. Kick out pass, and it's a 3-point basket by Sebastian Griffin, making it a 5-point game. Again, the Bruins need points. They don't need a 3. They'll take a 3 if they can get one. Here's Paulo Araujo. And it is a tray from Paulo Araujo with 11 points on the night. His first 3-pointer of the night. Timeout on the floor with 42 seconds remaining. The Comets with a 2-point lead. A critical shot by Paulo Araujo. Ice water in his vein. Paulo had a hot streak of 20-plus points. That came to an end last Saturday, but I think it was 4 or 5 consecutive, including a 37-point effort on the season. Araujo has 8 20-plus point games. In addition to those, 9 times he's been 15 or more. And 18 times 10 points or more. That 37-point effort against Valley City State on January 7th. Again, thanks to Bill Mullins, part of the Bellevue Sports Information staff, for providing me a whole packet full of information for all these Bellevue basketball games. "42 seconds. I may have mentioned that before. I'll mention it again. Here's Mayville State. Again, they'll try to use clock and get a good shot as close to that 0 mark as they can. About 10 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Here's Blackshear. Now to Griffin. Shot clock at 10, game clock at 20. Blackshear, 3-point for the dagger, off the mark. Paulo Araujo with the rebound. Bruins trailing by 2 with 10 seconds remaining. Araujo, 3-point look. Paulo short on the play. The rebound to the Comets. And a foul called in the backcourt. Araujo just a little bit short on that shot. Everybody in the gym held their breath as it left its hand for the win.
We're going to the line for the Comets.
A 2 free throw opportunity here for Mayville State. I believe it'll be Juan Carlos Canahuate will get the free throws. Bruins hope he misses at least one, so they have a 4-second chance to get off a 3-point heave. Canahuate's teammates just staying out of the lane to let him concentrate on hitting the free throws. 6 points tonight, his first free throw. Bellevue fans making noise. Shot up and no good. He'll get another one because the Bruins are over the bonus. Back in for the Comets comes Tane Mitchell. Bellevue has no timeouts remaining. So if it's a miss, they have to hurry it up the floor. If it's a made one, they have to hurry it up the floor and launch a 3 in that case. The shot is good. A 3-point game. The Bruins have to get off a 3-point shot. Belcaster with 2 seconds. The shot is on its way, and it's off the mark. And the Mayville State Comets will come away with their second overtime win over the home team Bruins, this time by a score of 75-72. An exciting game with numerous lead changes. Unfortunately for the Bruins, they fall short in overtime once again. With the win, Mayville State goes to 18-5 overall, 8-2 in the North Star. They maintain their hold on first place in the conference. With the loss, Bellevue University drops to 14-10 and 6-4 in conference play. So the Bruins will most likely drop out of second place They could be in third or fourth place pending the results of the other games going on in conference tonight. On the game, let's look at some final statistics. The Bellevue Bruins shot 49% to 46% from Mayville State, but Mayville State got off 23 more shots than the Bruins, 70 shots to 53 for the home team. Bellevue made 6 3-pointers. They needed one more to win it. 5 3-pointers for Mayville State. Free throws, 6 of 11 for Mayville, 14 for 22 for the Bruins, so neither team shooting well at the free throw line. 64% for Bellevue to 55% for the Comets. Bellevue wins the rebounding battle, 37 to 22. The bench points is where Mayville State made some hay. 29 bench points to 9 for the Bellevue Bruins. And the Comets did most of their work in the paint. 52 points in the paint. 52 of their 75 points, in the paint, to 38 points in the paint for the Bellevue Bruins. Let's look at some final individual statistics. Let me flip over to the other screen here. Thomas Gieske led the way for Mayville State with 22 points. Joining him in double digits, 15 points for Sebastian Griffin, 12 points for Dylan Beck, 10 points for Blackshear, 7 points for Kanahwate, 4 points for Safra, 3 points for Kramer, and 2 points for Danilo da Silva. 46% shooting on the night, 36% from behind the arc, and 54% from the free throw line, the total for Mayville State. For the home team, Bellevue Bruins, Taylor Pomeroy finishes as the team leader with 17 points. 16 points for Vinny Belcaster, 15 for Justin Motley to go along with 10 rebounds. So Justin finishes with a double-double for the Bruins. 4 points for Martise Johnson, 4 points for Kanami Maggard, 3 points for Christian Carter, and 2 points for Raiden Groby. Again, Bellevue finishes with 49% shooting, 30% from behind the three-point arc, and 64% from the free throw line. So the game everybody will look back on and say, well, if we only made this play, if we only did that play, a 1 play differential in tonight's final score, 75 to 72. We'll wait and see if head coach Lucas Gabriel and one of the Bellevue players will work their way up to our vantage point this evening to talk about today's game. We want to remind you once again that tomorrow afternoon we'll be back on the air, back on the internet actually. 3 o'clock tip-off for the women's game, 5 o'clock tip-off for the men's. The Presentation College Saints will be the opponent on the last regular season home game. And again, it will be senior night for the Bellevue Bruins. Paulo Araujo, Martise Johnson, Justin Motley are the 3 seniors who will be honored on the men's side. On the women's side, it'll be Aisha Scott, Laura Jurek, Faith Ross, Delaney Van Blaricon, and Miranda Hennings. So Lucas Gabriel coming out of the locker room. He'll head up here. We'll get a quick visit with him. And see what his comments on tonight's game will be. All right, coach is coming over. Alex, if you would get the camera. Thanks again to Alex Salicio working behind the scenes on the camera, to Sean Malley working behind the scenes on the board, as we're joined now by Bellevue head coach Lucas Gabriel. The man in black tonight with his pink tie, so
we wanted to support breast cancer tonight, so it was pink out, and we want to make sure we support it. So I didn't have a pink shirt, but I did have a pink tie.
There you go. Yeah. Way to be part of the part. And I've got my pink shirt here too. Thank you for Bellevue for supplying that. A game that, one play here or one play there, that's you look back at these and go, darn.
Yeah, we certainly had our chances. I thought really we outplayed them in a lot of ways. Just, it's just tough to overcome 21 turnovers. We didn't take care of the ball. we knew that was the key coming in, that we had to value the ball, and we just didn't do it. So, I got a funny feeling we're going to see them again and have another chance at them, and hopefully next time we take care of the ball a little bit better.
As part of the conference tournament. Yeah, 21 turnovers to 11 for Mayville State. You won the rebounding battle. You outshot them percentage-wise. They got 23 more shots than you did. How do you explain that?
Well, what was the free throw situation?
And the free throw situation, they were 6 for 11. You were 14 for 22. So neither team shot well from the free throw line.
They don't count field goal attempts on free throws. So we have some hidden field goal attempts on free throws because we shot 22 free throws and they shot 11. But the reason they took so many more shots than us was, one, we took more free throws than them, but the biggest thing, we had 21 turnovers. When you turn the ball over, you're not shooting shots. They're on the run. Our offense is creating offense for them, and we're not even getting shots off. So, every turnover, if you think about it, is a potential 4 to 6 point swing.
Opportunity to score more points.
When you lose a game in overtime and you have 21 turnovers, that means that you take the 21 turnover possessions away, and the other 45 possessions you dominated to even have it in overtime, because the game should not be close with 21 turnovers. So it's frustrating because we felt like we were ready, and we felt like we outplayed them in a lot of ways, but just our lack of discipline in terms of valuing the ball just let us down. So, but like I said, I think we're going to get another chance at them, and what I want to do is put it behind us because we don't have time to pout about it. Right. We got to play presentation on senior night tomorrow, and we only beat them by 3 points at their place, so we know we got a really tough game tomorrow, and I want our seniors to go out the right way on their home court, so we got to move on and be ready for tomorrow. That's all we can do.
Only about a 20-hour turnaround between the end of tonight's game and the start of tomorrow, so back to the action you go. Justin Motley had a nice game for you with 15 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. He's one of the guys that sometimes plays really well and sometimes just plays well.
Yeah.
Talk about his performance on the court tonight.
Yeah, Justin, he's a senior, and he's such a difference maker defensively for us. He does so many good things defensively, and last year he was defensive player in the year in the conference, and we really lean on him to be the backbone of our defense. And offensively, he just keeps getting better. It just seems like as this year's going on, late in the season, he's just getting better and better, and hopefully he's going to peak at the right time, because what we want to do, again, I know we talk about it all the time, but we want to just and we got 4 games left. We want to be playing our best basketball 4 games from now, and it hurts to lose tonight. It stinks, but at the end of the night, you want to win the conference tournament championship. That's what you're playing for. So we just need to keep on working and keep on improving, and we'll be ready. And we'll be ready for that conference tournament.
That's the key step to get to that national tournament. The winner of the North Star tournament goes to the NAI tournament. You've done that the last couple of years, so that's still within your reach, and you've got a group of guys here, I think, that work hard and want to do that once again, obviously.
Absolutely. And we had a lot of guys that were part of those two tournament championship teams. So the guys know what we're striving for, and they're hurting right now, but at the end of the night, we're not playing for a February, what's today, February 8th? February 2nd, whatever it is. We're not playing.
Third.
We're not playing for a February 3rd game. We want to play for March, and so we just need to go to the film, look at it, see where we need to improve and be better next time. And if we see those guys again, I like our chances.
Very good. Well, good luck to you tomorrow against Presentation. We'll look forward to seeing you. Thanks for coming up. I know it's never fun to come up after a loss, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Absolutely. We'll be all right. So, like I said, we'll be back, and don't count us out yet.
Very good.
Okay.
Head coach Lucas Gabriel coming up on our post-game show. Thanks again, Coach, and good luck tomorrow in the contest against Presentation College. Again, the women's game tomorrow at 3 o'clock, the men's game at 5. The Presentation College Saints, the opponent. That'll wrap it up for tonight. Again, thanks to all the guys working behind the scenes. Signing off, Mick Krupski. Thanks for joining me tonight. I promise I will charge my cell phone tomorrow so we can get a bunch of texts coming in as well.